Hello there, old and new friends. It's your friendly neighborhood Sunshine Squirrel. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new around these parts, I'm a veterinarian that wants to help you and guide you on your path to becoming a veterinarian from start to finish. So make sure to subscribe so that you never miss a video. Let me know in the comments below when you stop by so that I can say hi, answer any questions that you have, and make sure to leave a thumbs up at the end of the video if you find this information helpful so that more people can hear about it. We have been in a mini series here talking about beginning this process and kind of the main factors, main kind of core foundations of things that you need to make sure that you accomplish if you want to become a veterinarian and enter into veterinary school. Today's video, we are going to be talking all about research. So without further ado, let's get into it. To research, it's really important to remember that not all veterinary schools require you to have research in order to apply or before you can be accepted into their program. It really just depends upon the school and what they're interested in. So I would make sure to look into this. If research is something that you really don't want to do, or you're not really sure where to begin, definitely check out your school's website that you're interested in applying to and see what they have to say about it. So if you are in the boat that you do want to have research as part of your application, it is one of the prompts that you will get when you do submit your application to veterinary school. They will have a little section there where you can talk about your research. So research is one of those things that I like to say is the icing on top. So it's not necessarily something, like I said, that schools require, but it is something that can help you to stand out, and is something that kind of shows that you're an individual that kind of goes above and beyond what's required, that you're motivated, that, you know, being someone that's involved in research shows, you know, critical thinking skills. It shows a lot about you as a person. So it is something that I would recommend pursuing if you can. There are some colleges that will have research as part of your curriculum. So where I went to college, you could take research as a course. It was considered an elective within the biology major. And basically you took a class about how to do research, and then you were assigned one of the research projects of one of the professors at the school. If your school does not offer something like that, don't fret. You can always speak to a professor in your department and ask them, you know, if they have any research coming up that you could be a part of, or if you have a really good relationship with the professor, you could always ask them if they could assist, excuse me, and be a part of that. So I would say, you know, on a scale, you know, a lot of times people will ask me, you know, what's more important, you know, doing well in school, doing research, veterinary experience, like what is it? What should I focus my attention on? And to that I say all of it. But at the end of the day, like I said, research is one of those things that can help you to stand out, but it is still very important that if you do research, that you're still making sure that you're doing well in your courses, especially those pre-veterinary requisites, and that you're still working with a veterinarian and getting that pre-veterinary experience. Now, if you do research, something that is even better is if you're able to have your research published. If you're thinking about one day, you know, let's say specializing in the veterinary field, a lot of those specialties require that you do have research articles published and that you do have a certain amount of articles published. So if you can get a head start and already start getting, you know, your articles published, that's even better. There will be opportunities for you to do research in veterinary school if you don't have availability to do it in your undergraduate degree programs. If you do it when you're in college, it can make it a little bit easier for you when you're in veterinary school because you kind of already know the research process. You may have had the opportunity to present your research and things like that, so you'll be prepared, but it doesn't necessarily mean that if you don't do it before veterinary school that you'll never have the opportunity. There are many clinicians and professors that you'll have in veterinary school that will be constantly constantly working on projects, innovations, and they're more than happy to have students join and help them. And then I do want to mention, if you are at a school for your undergraduate degree program and you can't find the opportunity to do research, or it's just not working in your schedule, let's say during the year, and you want to look for something over the summer, there are many different companies and organizations that offer research programs to high schoolers and college students. Things like the NIH, the FDA. If you go to usjobs.gov, you can search for internships and opportunities to do research. So don't feel boxed in that you have to do it under the academic umbrella. Definitely spread your wings and look for the opportunity. For those of you, like I said, that are in high school, you may, depending on where you go to high school, have a professor there who is doing research that you can be a part of. Or, like I said, look online for different internship or summer job opportunities, working in a lab, working with a researcher. If you're in college, we kind of talked about a couple different ways for you to do that. And then if you're outside of school, once again, I think it would be a good idea to visit those different companies, those different government websites that offer research opportunities, offer jobs, working in the lab, working under a scientist. All those ways are ways for you to kind of, as well, work your way up to get to the point where you get to do research or be a part of a research team. It's very rare that you're ever going to have the opportunity where you're going to be the sole researcher. Pretty much when it comes to research, you're going to be working under a senior researcher and basically helping them with their research. But there's always the opportunity to work in a lab and kind of get that experience too. So I hope that you guys found this video helpful. I hope that I was kind of able to give you some ideas of how to get into research and what research is, and kind of, how important research is and things like that. It is something too that, you could always speak to the pre-veterinary advisor at the veterinary school that you're interested in. Just ask them, how important is research on their school's application. Doing research is one of those things that, like I said, it can always help and kind of show that you're a person that's involved in very many aspects of the educational process, and that you're motivated to work above and beyond your typical coursework. But at the same time, make sure that there's a balance with it, and make sure that doing research isn't going to cause your grades to suffer or cause you to miss out on getting veterinary experience. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure to let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you guys. It's really encouraging to know, that these videos are helpful, or if there's any additional videos that you guys would want to see. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an upload. Like if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. Bye.